That's a very serious face. What's on your mind, serious Alicia Mackay?
Oh, man. I feel so good this week. In the last 24 hours, it's just been like, and I'm light and I'm lighter.
Whoa. What's happened? Can I have some of that?
I think it's level 2. Like, level 2 celebrations in this house were serious business. So I finished F45. So the announcement's made at 4 o'clock, right? I'm in an F45 class. Gets to 4:30. I see what's going on. I get all excited. I finish F45. My ex-husband comes to the door with my Mother's Day present that arrived a day late. So I'm all excited about this. The children are hopping around about going back to school. Hamish turns up with a box of chocolate. I'm like, yeah, mate. He comes in. We have a beer and a wine and we're all cheersing and having a great time. And I mean, long story short, I drank 2 glasses of wine, ate some pizza and fell asleep on the couch. But the exciting thing is that we're all feeling really good and really light. And what I've spent the whole day doing, I just completely blew off work today. I just ignored it. I ignored my emails. I ignored my texts. I tried to blow you off, but you weren't having it. So here we are.
You pushed me back.
You weren't having it.
I thought you were really busy with a client. Okay.
No, I wasn't busy with a client at all. I'm ignoring all of them. And what we spent the day doing was sorting things out and setting things up, because this is the end of lockdown, right? And potentially a transition to something closer to what life used to be like. And I really, really don't want to go back to just how life used to be. But the way that we've been winging our way through lockdown has been quite hard in a lot of ways. So particularly the online delivery stuff and the workspace stuff, well, we've had the kids in the house. We've got all this great camera gear and we've got all this awesome setup, but it's been a lot. And because we don't have an office space, or we didn't in the house, every time we ran a new thing, and like in the last 2 weeks, I ran 17 workshops. So this was a lot. We had to rejig everything. And now we've got this beautiful, it's so beautiful, Digby. I can't wait to show you. We've got this beautiful office area set up. The camera is here permanently. Everything is sitting here plugged in and ready to go permanently. Everything has a space. The family dining area is no longer encroached by work. It's just food and art and guitars. The lounge space has a very clearly defined kid zone, TV zone, work zone.
Do the kids know about the zones?
Oh yeah, they're all over
Good.
it. If you want change, we've been talking about experiments and change a lot, you and I. And if we want change to be sustainable, at a certain point, it can't be the hard option anymore.
Yeah, I love that.
Like if we want to make something the new way we do stuff, we have to do the work to make it easy.
Yep, agree.
Yeah.
And I love that. My mind went to plastic bags in supermarkets.
Yeah.
And how that used to be a thing. And it was the easy thing to have just go in and get a plastic bag, right?
Yeah.
And then the challenge was, how do you make it easy to have an alternative? And by making those cloth bags or those whatever bags they are available super cheap, and it was like an easy choice to go, actually I'll do that. Plus there was a bit of moral guilty sort of stuff as well, right?
A bit of that.
Those two things together made it an easier choice to go, I'll go plastic free.
But it had to be the easy option. And that was one of the things that made me grumpy before they changed the law, because what we were doing was we were making it hard for the people that it shouldn't be hard for. So to feel guilty about forgetting your bags when you come in, it's like, don't make me feel bad about this. Don't set up the world to make it hard to save plastic and then make me feel shit because I'm still using plastic. Make it easy for me to not use plastic.
Yeah, I love it. You know, it's also like nudge theory, right? Yeah. And you would have heard of that that experiment where they did where it's like, how do we get people to stop speeding? It was in one of the Scandinavian countries. Yeah. And have you heard that one where they would still fine people for speeding from the camera, but all the fines went into a pot, and then you got your name if you didn't speed. But you were caught on camera going past at a right speed, you would go into the pot, into a hat of names. If your name got drawn out, you got a cut of the fines. You got a whole lot of money.
I hadn't heard about that, but I've read some of the stuff around. So you know how we have all those flashing, this is the speed you're going signs around Wellington now?
Yeah. So
those are a similar thing, which is just, hey, just so you know. And you're like, oh, sorry. And apparently that's just as much about the people behind you seeing how fast you're going as it is about you being aware of your own speed.
Yeah. The social aspect of persuasion and influence, isn't it? Yeah. So there's lots of ways to make it easy, isn't there? It's like, so you've gone, sounds like at home, you've gone, what's going to make it easy is have permanent setup and zones.
Yeah. And actually go, look, we're committing to this and we just need to make it so easy to do the right thing that that's what we want to do. And
there's one thing you just said there, right, which is commitment. It's like you've first got to decide that's what you want, and not just what you want in a dream, but it's actually what you want and are going to make happen, right, which is really key, right? There's no like, oh, one day I'll do this, or, one day I'll set up a home office or whatever. It's like, no, I really want this.
Because you kind of want one foot out sometimes, don't you? It's like we hedge out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I see this a lot. There's a couple of teams I work with at the moment. I won't name any names where... Like they spend a lot of time going, why does everybody work in silos? Why can't people be more flexible and collaborative? And I'm going, because it's bloody hard to, because everything about the environment is set up to encourage people to maximise their own performance and get their own ticks at the expense of what's better for everyone else. And that actually in some ways we disincentivise people. The environment disincentivises people for taking risks and working together. So we can't sit there around the leadership table going, why does nobody take any risks? I don't understand why my team isn't empowered, and go, do you know what? You're clearly not making it easy. Because people every time will take the path of least resistance.
Absolutely.
They will do whatever is easiest to do. We are satisficing creatures. That is how our brain works.
We have lazy brains,
We have
right?
lazy brains.
We want to expend the least amount of energy.
And so if people aren't doing the right thing, it's because you're not making it easy for them to do that.
Yeah, and again, we're looping back to what we talked about a couple of episodes ago, around you don't rise to the level of goals, you fall to the level of your systems.
Totally.
And you can make your systems making everything easy. Like another good example is I get up in the morning, go for a walk, now it's dark, and I'm sitting there putting my shoelaces, undoing my shoelaces in the dark. I could turn the light on, I suppose, but today I undid my shoelaces when I took my shoes off. So next time it would be easier just to put them on, right?
I like to do the wiggle for 12 steps, like this, all the way down the steps until my feet slip into the shoe.
Yeah. So our friend Matt does that, right? He just has his Allbirds or whatever shoes, and he doesn't even have to worry about shoelaces.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, right? Yeah. So I reckon the question for you is, what are you doing to make it easy for you and your people to do what you want them to do, and do what you want to do? That's a question to think about.
That was a good sum up. I had another thought, but I think we'd run out of time. But I've got this other theory that I wrote down the other day, that if people aren't doing the right thing, sometimes maybe that's because it's not the right thing. If people are doing anything but what you're asking them to do, maybe what you're asking them to do is not the right thing.
I think there's a lot of wisdom in that, right? It's like, obviously it's either too hard or it's not the right thing. Unless you're really convinced, go ask yourself that question, is it the right thing, right?
Yeah, sometimes the right thing is just what works.
Wise. Hope that's going in your book.
Yeah, that's going in my book. Everything's going in my book.
It is now.